Good afternoon, everyone. This is Fatma Muhammad. Today we are starting a new course, new subject. This semester, I will teach you 1 to 8 English development. And this course will be about 3 units. We will have Unit 2 and Unit 3 and Unit 5. Unit 5 is depend on the time you have in this course. So maybe you will not study it. So each unit have grammar, vocab, idioms, and metaphor. I guess 2 grammar, bunch of vocab and idioms and metaphor. And also in this course about the reading, you don't have reading in this course, only these 4 things. I will start today with Unit 2 and the first grammar, if conditionals. What is if conditionals? If conditionals in the past means you have the reason and you have the result. Something you regret in the past, and if you done that thing in the past, something will change in the result in the present. So if conditionals has 2 things. First one, if clause, and the second, the result. The other version, you can say it has 2 parts. First part and the second part. It should be 2 parts. As you can see, if plus subject plus had plus past participle, then you have the comma, subject plus would plus have, and the past participle. The subject means you have the noun or the pronoun. This is the part 1. And this is the part 2. You will study if conditional, third conditional. So it's 1. You will not study the first and the second, only the third conditional. In third conditional, you have a type and you have mixed 2 type, and the other type also 2. You will study this and this, but this you will have it in test 1 and this in the final. This also in the final, but it's only you will have it in test 1, and the other 2 you will not have it in test 1, only the final. Ask your dictator if am I right or not, but I'm sure this what will happen, and this also in the final. So this is the main sentence or the main thing in the third conditional. I will give you an example. This is the first example. you can see F, the main thing. Then you have Muna is the subject. Had, its main, you have to write had. Eaten, past participle. Then the comma, you have the subject, wouldn't have, the main thing, and past participle, felt hungry. So Muna didn't eat before the class, so now she is hungry. But if Muna had eaten before the class, she wouldn't have felt hungry. So now she is hungry, but she is regret she hadn't eaten before the class. So she didn't eat, and now she is regretting that she hadn't eaten. So this is the part 1, and this is the part 2. This is the result, and this if clause. This is the main thing. Now I will explain the other if conditionals. As you can see, you have 8. I didn't write the mix and the other 2. We will start with these 8. The first sentence, if Fatma had saved money, she would have traveled to Italy. So this is part 1 and this is the part 2. This is the if condition and this is the result. If Fatma had saved money, is she saving money right now? No, she didn't. So she can't travel to Italy, but she is regretting. If she had saved money, she would have traveled to Italy. Did she travel? No. But she is regretting. She is still in Bahrain. She didn't travel yet. As you can see, this is F, the main thing. Then you have the subject, the pronoun. And you have had, main, you have to write had. And then you have the past participle. If you don't know the past participle, you have past and past participle. For example, in the present, you have word read. We want to change it to the past. We will say read and past participle read. They are the same word, but it depends on the sound how to pronounce it. This is the irregular verb. You have another word that you have to change it. You can't put it at the same word. You have to change it. For example, you have the word save. It's in the present. You want to change it to the past. You will say saved. You want to change it also to the past participle. Also, you will say saved. The D means in the past. ED. Also, we have other words. For example, they change in the past participle also. Not like saved, it just changed in the past and it is the same word in the past participle. And this you have read, the same word in the past and past participle also the present. For example, word no in the present, you will change it to the past. You will say new. And also you want to change it to the past participle. You will say known. The N. In this if condition, we want the past participle, the third verb. Some words will not change, So it will stay the same word, and some words will have ed, some words will have n, and at the end. In this if condition, we just want this one. So let's continue. As we say, saved, it's past participle. Then you have the comma. You should write comma, don't forget. Then you have the subject, would have, come together, and past participle and traveled. This is the first one. The second one, Fatma wish she had saved money to travel to Italy last month. This is different from the first one. Here we have the subject, and here we have the verb wish. This is verb. Then you have had with past participle. I will write later to know each of one carefully and know the main thing. It will be easier to you to know. So here you have the subject and the verb wish. Then you have had, saved. Have, had with past participle. Third one, if only Fatma had saved money to travel to Italy last summer. Did Fatma travel last summer? No. But did she save money? No, she didn't. So she is regretting. We are writing things that didn't happen, but we wish if it happened. So here we have if only, the main thing. Then we have the subject. Then we have had, saved. Had with past participle. The main thing here. In the for, it's different from the other also. Here, about regretting, we write the word regret. And here, we don't use the past participle. So we have Fatma regrets not saving money last summer. Did she save? No, but she is regretting that she didn't save. So we have Fatma the subject, regrets, the main thing you have to write, and you have not saving, the verb with ing. Another example, we regret eating at the restaurant. We didn't like the food in the restaurant. So we are regretting that we ate in the restaurant. We have the word we, it's the subject, and regret, the main thing you have to write, and the verb with ing. So this is the fourth rule. Now we have the 5. But for Mona surgeries, she would have traveled to Italy. She has surgery. She can't travel to Italy. So here we are saying about her surgery. لو. So here, like we are saying, بس لو مرض منى كان شي راحت أو كان شي سافرت لإيطاليا. So here we have the main thing, but for, and we have the subject. And here we have surgery, it's noun. It's also different. We don't use verb, we use noun. Here it's noun. She would have traveled. She, the subject, would have, and past participle. So now in 6 and 7, it's a little bit different because it's a question. Supposing you had saved 500 PD, what would you have done with the money? So here we are asking, if you had saved the money, what would you have done with money? لو كان عندك 500 دينار شنو كنت بتسوي؟ Supposing the main thing. Then you have the subject, had and past participle. Would you have the main thing, and you have the past participle. Don't forget, it's a question, so you should write what and you should write you. And it's all dependent on how you are writing it. 7, it's the same of 6. Imagine your class had been cancelled today. What would you have done instead of studying? Imagine the main thing. Your class, you can say it's the subject, had been. Here you have had and past participle, and also you will write the past, the other word after had and past participle. Don't forget the comma. What would you have done, past participle, instead of studying? So the class had cancelled? No. But just imagine. But it didn't happen actually. Just imagine. Last one, you have had Noor save money. The comma, she would have traveled to Italy. So you have had, main thing. It's like low Noor saved money. Here Noor, you have the subject, and you have saved past participle. Then you have subject, would have, the main thing, traveled past participle. So these the 8 important things you have to know, all of them. We have construction using regret in number 4. Number 4, construction using regret with verb with ing. And number 5, we should write but for. Be careful, it's noun, so they are different from the other. And number 8, we have had. I will write to you in easy way, but before I write them, I will explain the mixed conditionals. So now we have the mixed conditionals, the present and present continuous. We have, if Ahmed had studied harder, he would be studying ENGL128 now. Did he study hard? No. So he is regretting now that he didn't study. So is he studying ENGL128 now? No, but he is regretting. So he didn't study hard. And it is in the past. So we have F, the man, and the subject. And we have had and past participle. And here we have here the subject, and we have would be. It is present continuous with the ing. Don't forget the comma. The second one, if Ahmed has studied harder, he will register for ENGL128. So we have F, the main thing, Ahmed, the subject, had studied, had plus past participle, and we have the part 2 with the comma, he, the subject, would, present simple. So this is the mixed conditionals. So it is the same in the part 1. There's different in part 2. we have present continuous and we have present simple, and this you will have it in test 1 and the final. And now you have the last two things in this grammar: if only, or wish plus subject plus past simple. And the second one, if only or wish plus subject plus would plus be. In this one, or in these two, we don't have part 2. It's only one part. We don't have the comma and the part 2. We only have part 1 in this. So all these is the if conditionals. Now I will write to you the summary of all the if conditionals. So this is the summary of the all if conditionals you have to study for this course. You should know all of them, and I will write to you that past participle like this. So this is the main thing you have to know. All of them, you will have this course, all of them will come to you in the test. Only these two will come to you in the final. Ask your doctor about that. And this is 3. Maybe you don't have to write part 2, but if you have to write, it's the same of this one. And here for part 2, if you have to write, but if you don't have, don't write. And don't forget, these two are questions. Don't forget. And you have to practice to know all of them, and عشان ما تتخربطون, just practice. So all of them are important, all of them you should know. And that's it, the first grammar you have in this course, in this unit. So that's all. Thank you for listening and have a great day.